on the way over, in the car on the way over from the TV studio here to the radio studio, I opened my Thom Hartmann app on my phone, on my iPhone, and listened to Shane and Danielle fill in for me. And you guys did a great job. And, not just great radio voices. I mean, great content, great job. And I think that one of the questions that you raised is a really important question. In particular, Shane, you raised this question, and it was, if somebody's a billionaire and you want to slap their wrist, you want to punish them for doing wrong, and your only means to do it is financial, do you really have the means to punish them? I would say no. And it's the same thing. I mean, this is Jamie Dimon and J.P. Morgan Chase. He's got more money than God, and so does his bank. And we find out that his bank, and presumably he's the head of the bank, so he's fully responsible for this. That these guys have been not just ripping people off, not just conspiring to rip people off, but literally destroying people's lives. I mean, the crimes that have been committed, and I'm calling them crimes because they're actually, these guys have pled guilty to these things. The crimes that have been committed by the Wall Street banksters have led literally to suicides, homicides, homelessness, death by diseases that should have been otherwise caught, but people, the economy fell apart, they lost their job, they lost their health insurance, and they never did anything about that lump in their breast, and oh my God. I mean, these guys are guilty of murder, and we can't do anything about it. We hit them with a $600 million fine, a $30 million fine, $1 billion fine, $16 billion or some mind-boggling amount of money that one of the big banks in New York just got hit with. Billions, tens of billions of dollars. They don't care. So how do you respond to somebody like Donald Silver? That's his name. Sterling. Sterling Silver, of course. How do you respond to somebody like Donald Sterling or Jamie Dimon when they now Sterling has not committed a crime, right? I mean, his crime is a political one. His crime is a social one. And I think frankly, they're going to get together and force him to sell the team. And gee, the poor guy, he's going to make a $900 million profit. Life is tough. I frankly don't so much see or understand, how you punish him other than just banish him. You publicly shame him. What he has done is he's committed a crime against the public, and so the public shames him. I mean, that's the appropriate response, it seems. Get him out of the league, make him a pariah. The guy's 80 years old, and the word on the street is that he was asking his girlfriend to record these things because he couldn't remember what he was talking about from day to day. It sounds like he's losing it, like he has dementia. So whatever, he said a shameful thing, you shame him. But a much larger question that is not being discussed in our media, that this should be raising, just like the tornadoes and earthquake and hurricanes killing all these people in the Midwest now heading toward the East Coast here. And while you got a drought and 100-degree plus weather, a friend of mine is Lila Connors, who's producing our series on global climate change. You can see over at lasthours.org. She called me this morning. She said, greetings from Los Angeles, where we're having a climate change event. I was like, what are you talking about? She says, it's over 100 degrees. It's going to be this way for days. And I'm like, well, out here, the weather's killing people. And nobody will come out and say, the fact of the matter is that the atmosphere has 5% more moisture than it did when Ronald Reagan came into the White House. And the temperature is a degree warmer, 0.8 of a degree. Surprise! People are dying. People are dying. And what do the Koch brothers want to do? What does ALEC want to do, the American Legislative Exchange Council? They want to tax people who put solar collectors in their house. Here you have billionaires who are shameless and should not, this is why I think that it's so important that we roll back Citizens United and allow Congress to pass reasonable legislation that will limit money in politics. I mean, it's just nuts what's going on. And if you can limit money in politics, then you can limit the power of the big banks to intimidate politicians. You eliminate the power of the big banks to intimidate politicians. And guess what? The politicians will start breaking up the banks. I mean, the estate tax and the income tax came along in 1912 and 1913, if my recollection is correct. And they came along because in 1907, Teddy Roosevelt got passed the Tillman Act, which said that you go to prison if you give money to a federal candidate, if you are a corporation or representing the interests of a corporation. If you have any corporate interest in this at all, and you give money to the campaign or in any way support a candidate for federal office, that's the Tillman Act, 1907. So they got money out of politics, and then they were able to pass all of these progressive reforms, including the ability of women to serve in or to vote, and also to serve in political office. The right of numerous states to amend the Constitution by ballot process. The direct election of the United States Senate, United States senators. I mean, all of this stuff came about because in 1907 they got money out of politics. We need to do it again.